if possible. Now, coming up in 1 minute, traffic and weather together, and we'll check gas prices next. City News time, it's 3:40.
Your news now on your radio, online, and on your smart speaker.
Play City News Ottawa.
This is City News on 101.1 FM
and 1310 AM.
Hello, it's your power company calling. We will disconnect your service today if you do not pay immediately.
This is an example of an energy scam. Electricity and natural gas companies will never disconnect your service without first mailing bill payment reminders and a disconnection notice. And they'll never ask for payment by crypto, gift cards, or cash. Don't be afraid to hang up on scammers. Visit oeb.ca/scams to learn more.
Get the hottest deals for the coldest streets, only at Streetswear Kids. Slip up for a better night's sleep on the street with a pavement parka. Step on broken glass with Kevlar kicks. Handhandle in a cashless society with the Tap Me Teddy. Now 20% off, because the truth is, 20% of Canadians facing homelessness are youth. This winter, wear something that actually makes a difference. Buy a toque at raisingtheroof.org and help end youth homelessness.
Now, the City News gas price update. Enpro predicts the price of gas is holding at midnight, remaining the same at an average of $1.40.9 a litre at most Ottawa stations tomorrow. City News time, it's 3:41. Now, City News traffic and weather together. Here's Jamie Montgomery.
Good afternoon. Take a look at the roads. We've got some delays westbound on the Queensway from Nicholas to Bronson. Then again, Woodruff to Pinecrest. Eastbound right now on the Queensway from Carling to Rochester. We have delays northbound Island Park approaching the Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway. Eastbound Hunt Club at Prince of Wales. And we got southbound Parkdale Avenue delays approaching the 417. At Speedy Glass, for a limited time, get a $25 gas gift card when you replace your windshield. Book your appointment at speedyglass.ca. Certain conditions apply. With the forecast from along the valley, here's weather specialist Denise Andriacci.
It's been a nice sunny day today, a very quiet start to the week, fairly seasonal temperatures, still hanging on to a pretty chilly wind chill for most of the evening and the overnight. We are down to -13, but it will feel a bit closer to about -20. So waking up to some colder temperatures on Tuesday morning. We'll be climbing near the freezing mark. A little bit of snow in the forecast, 1 to 3 centimeters. Tonight down to -13.
Right now in Ottawa, mainly sunny, -5. In Smiths Falls, it's -6. City News time, 3:42. Now, the City News market update from the Business Center. Here's Ari Rubinovich.
Approaching the closing bell in about 15 minutes or so, and we still have the NASDAQ, the poorest performer today, down about 125 points or 1%, with the S&P 500 not far behind, about 0.75% lower, and the Dow Jones has fallen 45 points. Bay Street also looking at losses of about 140 points or 0.7%, 20,619 overall, with virtually every sector seeing declines today on Bay Street, while commodities are actually higher, with oil up about $1 at $74 US per barrel, still some of the lowest prices we've seen this year. Gold futures up about $3, 1,879 the ounce, and the loonie has dropped 1/4 cent, 74.38 cents US. And at the City News Business Center, I'm Ari Rubinovich.
The City News Ottawa Market Minute is brought to you by Dynamic Funds.
Concerned about the risk of inflation? A financial advisor can help. See why advice matters, now more than ever. Visit dynamic.ca/advice to learn more.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in -23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local Subaru dealer and really own winter with uncommon winter capability.
Now is the time to stream all the sports that you can handle with a new Sportsnet Now Premium 6-month pass. Get thousands of NBA and out-of-market NHL games, the Stanley Cup playoffs, and more all in one spot. And with Blue Jays baseball in sight, now is the time to score the best value deal available. The Sportsnet Now Premium 6-month pass. Subscribe today at snnow.ca. Available for a limited time only. This is Premium
7.8 magnitude earthquake that rocked Turkey and neighboring Syria. Rescue workers are working around the clock to find survivors. City News has learned of new details of the offer the federal government plans to put forward to premiers at tomorrow's meeting on healthcare. This includes a 10-year plan to both increase Canada's health transfer, but more money is needed to address the needs of individual provinces. And the Ford government is looking to change some rules of governing long-term care homes. It's time now for City News Sports. From Sportsnet, here's Alex Sixero.
We start in the NHL, and we have a couple of Canadian teams on the ice this evening as the All-Star break is over. The Vancouver Canucks will play their first game without Paul Horvat when they take on the New Jersey Devils. Paul Horvat makes his Islanders debut tonight as New York is in Philadelphia. Sportsnet East and West will have the Flames and the Rangers, and face-off there is just after 7:30. Meanwhile, the next game for the Ottawa Senators goes on Saturday afternoon at Canadian Tire Centre when they take on the Edmonton Oilers. The Sens headed into their bye on a 4-game winning streak. Well, we have reached Super Bowl week in Arizona, and Fox says they have sold out all their advertising for the big game. 30-second spots going anywhere from $6 to $7 million. Both teams will speak with the media tonight. The Eagles and Chiefs play Super Bowl 57 on Sunday in Glendale. Should be a very interesting week for the Raptors. They're back home after a 4-3 road trip with the trade deadline this Thursday. Raptors and Spurs will tip it off Wednesday evening at Scotiabank Arena. And LeBron James could make some history tomorrow night. He is just 35 points away from breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record for NBA scoring leader. The Lakers will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. From the Sports Center, I'm Alex Sixero.
Hi, I'm Brian Berlott, CEO at Maxis Staffing and Recruitment. Are you currently seeking temporary or permanent employment? Maxis can assist you in landing the perfect position today. Professional, IT, administration, call center, assembly or trades, get the job you want. Visit maxis.ca, maxsys.ca.
Maxis has helped over 100,000 people get jobs. Let them help you. Get started today. Visit maxis.ca.
Now streaming on City TV Plus, Poker Face.
I could just tell when anyone is lying. The hits.
Natasha Lyonne, Adrian Brody, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt lead an all-star cast.
I think there's been a murder. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
In the thrilling murder mystery from Knives Out writer-director Ryan Johnson.
What's it like? Always knowing the truth.
Poker Face, now streaming on City TV Plus, available with Prime Video channels.
You're with City News. I'm Scott Burnett. Russian forces are keeping Ukrainian troops tied down with attacks in the eastern Donbass region as Moscow assembles additional combat power there for an expected offensive in the coming weeks. ABC's Tom Sufi-Burge reports from Dnipro.
Russia gradually advancing in the eastern city of Bakhmut, threatening Ukrainian supply lines there, according to the UK Ministry of Defense. Tributes pouring in this weekend for US aid worker Pete Reed, who was killed last week while evacuating civilians in eastern Ukraine.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is hungry for some battlefield success, and military analysts say the Kremlin's forces may be probing Ukraine's defenses for weak points, or could be making a feint while preparing for a main thrust through southern Ukraine. Unions in Britain are staging what they're calling the biggest strike in the history of the country's health system.
Tens of thousands of nurses and ambulance staff have walked off the job in what unions are calling the biggest strike in history of the country's public health system. Victoria Busk, a trainee nursing associate at a trauma centre, says hospitals are understaffed and nurses run off our feet 24/7. The strikes pile more pressure on the state-funded National Health Service, already staggering under demand from winter viruses, staff shortages and backlogs built up during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Pakistan's government has blocked website Wikipedia, claiming it hurts Muslim sentiment by not removing allegedly blasphemous content. A spokesperson says a 48-hour deadline to remove the content had come and gone, with the content in question still on the site. Pakistani authorities are now in talks with Wikipedia officials, and the ban could be lifted if the platform completely removes the so-called anti-Islamic material. Pakistan has also briefly banned TikTok twice in the past for allegedly uploading immoral, obscene, and vulgar content. Traffic and weather together next.
It can make you laugh, move you to tears. It keeps you company. It makes you sing, dance, smile. Remember, it connects. February 13th is World Radio Day. Throughout modern history, radio has brought humanity together, crossing all boundaries, literally cutting through the static of life to bring you music, news, friendly voices to your home and around the globe. And now, radio is more prevalent than ever. Let's celebrate World Radio Day.
The news cycle these days can be too much.
Cases are up more than 25%, up into students to LGBTQ plus rights.
Let us help with that. I'm Jordan Heath Rawlings, host of The Big Story, Canada's most interesting daily news podcast. Every day, we stop that cycle in its tracks and examine one big story, something that matters to Canadians in depth. You can find The Big Story every morning for free at Frequency Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts.
City news, traffic and weather together on the ones, now with Ottawa and the Valley's most frequent traffic reports.
I'm Jamie Montgomery with City News Traffic. We've got delays on the Queensway westbound from Nicholas to Bronson, and then again Kirkwood to Pinecrest. Eastbound right now on the Queensway from Carling to Rochester. We have eastbound delays on the 174 approaching Jeanne d'Arc. Northbound Island Park approaching the Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway. Eastbound Hunt Club at Prince of Wales. And eastbound Hunt Club before Airport Parkway is down to one lane. Right lane is blocked for construction. Clearly Avenue closed at Richmond Road for long-term LRT work. Not driving much? Curb your costs with Canada's only pays-you-drive insurance payment program. Visit CAAMyPace.com to learn more. With the forecast for Ottawa and the Valley, here's weather specialist Denise Andriachi.
A pretty seasonal start to the week for the rest of this afternoon. We've got some nice sunshine, but we do have a wind chill in the minus double digits for most of the Ottawa region. So you still need to layer up, but that extreme cold is long gone. Overnight tonight, we're down to near minus 13. We have a bit of snow in the forecast for Tuesday, 1 to 3 centimeters. Could see that mixing with some rain showers for Smiths Falls, even here in Ottawa too. It will be temperature dependent. We hover around the freezing mark. Overnight tonight, minus 13.
Shea 106 plays the icons like Guns N' Roses and Aerosmith. Shea 106 plays the next generation like Nirvana and Foo Fighters.
And Shea 106 is the home of the Biggs and Bar Show. Mornings on Shea.
We're experts at knowing a little bit of everything. Renaissance myth, but not experts at anything.
Shea 106 is Ottawa's rock station and home of the Biggs and Bar Show.
106.1 on your radio. Shea106.com.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in minus 23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local
Speed trap reported ahead.
With uncommon winter capability.
Find lifestyle inspiration at every turn. Appliance Canada is the place to begin. We want you to think about luxury appliances in a whole new way. With brands like Sub-Zero, Wolf, Thermador, Gaggenau, Heston, and more. Call, click, or connect with us online today. Appliance Canada. For your home. For your life. Commence streaming today at appliancecanada.com/lifestyles.
This is City News. We are less than a week from the Super Bowl, and the NFL media machine is working overtime. But a new video hyping the halftime show is raising our Jeff Rahoman's eyebrows.
Yeah, the NFL tweeted out in anticipation of Rihanna's halftime show a video of NFL fans singing her song Stay. But it's not fans who can actually sing. No, it's the fans who paint themselves up before every game. And the results are exactly what you would expect.
Cold sweat, hard-headed believer.
What the heck is this, NFL?
Makes me feel like I can't live without you. It takes me all away. I want you to stay.
Okay, that's enough. I've retweeted the video at Radio Robo. Jeff Rahoman, City News.
To soccer news now, where one of England's top clubs is in a lot of hot water. Our Alex Xero reports. The Premier League concluded a 4-year investigation into Manchester City and found that over a 9-year period following the club's takeover by Abu Dhabi's ruling family, City violated more than 80 of the league's financial rules from 2009 until 2018, when they won 3 championships. The league released the documents this morning showing how City covered up the true source of income so they could comply with financial regulations, and the league also accused City of more than 30 breaches relating to the team's alleged failure to cooperate with the investigation.
Red light camera reported ahead.
The breaches will refer to an independent commission. If found guilty, the club could be hit with large fines, a point deduction, a title taken away, and even expulsion from the league. In a statement, the club said they were surprised by the allegations and welcomes the review by the independent commission. Alex Cicero, City News. This is City News. I'm Scott Burnett.
At the City News Business Center, I'm Ari Rabinovich. We've got markets mostly off their lows for the day, but pretty close to those lows. The Nasdaq right now is the poorest performer, down 1% overall, while the S&P 500 is down 0.75%. The Dow Jones is making up some ground, but still it's in the red by about 50 points, or 0.15%. Now, it is a bit of a slow start here as Wall Street processes the implications of some better than expected jobs data released this past Friday south of the border. There's concerns that even though this news was positive, it could give the U.S. Federal Reserve more of a reason to hike interest rates in the near future. Tomorrow, we will hear from U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell. He'll be giving a speech, and investors are likely to hang on to every word he'll be saying for any indications of where the central bank might take things as we head into a forecasted recession. Now, Fox Sports has confirmed they are sold out of Super Bowl game time ad space, although pregame and overtime sales, if needed, are still open. Companies have shelled out between $6 to $7 million per 30-second spot, which is a new record. Creative teams tend to spare no expense, too, when it comes to these ads, including one for the Popcorners snacks, featuring some characters from Breaking Bad reuniting. Well, Bay Street is also pointing lower. The TSX is off by 143 points, or 0.7%, at 20,615. We have oil close to its lowest price of the year. Right now, it's $74.40 U.S. per barrel, but it is higher today by about $1. But gas prices have dropped significantly over the past few days. Gold futures at $1,880 per ounce. It's slightly higher by about $3.50, while the loonie has dropped 0.25 cents at 74.39 cents U.S. At the City News Business Center, I'm Ari Rabinovich.
Hi, I'm Eddie Figueroa from Import Car Center. As valued members of the Manual Transmission Preservation Society for over 40 years, we still have a great selection of the soon-to-be extinct manual transmission vehicles. From the highly sought-after Volkswagen Golf Type R to the awesome Subaru WRX STI or the infamous BMW 128, we have them all, but they won't last long. Come join the Preservation Club. Import Car Center, 880 Maryville Road, and online at importcarcenter.com.
Kiss. Ottawa's biggest variety.
From the 90s
till now. Wake the fun up with Sandra and Chris.
Ryan makes your workday go by faster.
And Cruz is your companion on the drive home. It's a beautiful day.
Kiss 105.3 is also available on your smartphone and smart device with the Radio Player Canada app.
Kiss 105.3. Online betting is booming. Booyah! You could win big.
But you could also lose, and that's a reality nobody's shouting about. Learn about online gambling risks and safer play at knowtherisks.ca. A message from the Responsible Gambling Council.
Valley weather for CarltonRefrigeration.com. If your furnace won't last the winter, they'll install your new one fast. And with convenient finance or rental plans, you can stay warm without panicking about paying for it now.
Lots of sunshine in the Ottawa Valley this afternoon. Perth -5, Marrickville -5, Kentville is -5. In Elmont and in Carleton Place -5. Arnprior, lots of sunshine and -4. In Calabogie, a clear sky and -6 right now. In the town of Renfrew with -6 as well. In Eganville and in Cobden, it is clear and sunny and -6. Broadcasting on the unceded traditional Algonquin territory of the Anishinaabe people. This is City News, CIWW 1310 AM Ottawa and CJET 1011 FM, Smiths Falls and the Valley. City News Time, 4 o'clock.
Number 1 for local news, traffic, and weather for Ottawa and the Valley. This is All News Afternoons on
Smiths Falls, -5 in Ottawa, -6 in Smiths Falls. Here's what's making news right now.
A 10-year agreement to increase health transfers, more cash for bilateral deals, and conditions to improve the public health system. We're learning more details of the federal offer to provinces for a new health care agreement.
Critics worry about new government changes to long-term care.
Expanding the scope of an already overburdened PSW workforce.
Telling up how PSWs will be allowed to administer medication.
Thousands of buildings have collapsed after a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit southeast Turkey and northern Syria. The death toll has topped 2,700, and that number is expected to increase.
Markets closed lower to start out the week, continuing from Friday's losses, and more losses for tech companies with an announcement coming from Dell Technologies today. Business at 26.
We have a total of 6 games on the ice this evening as the NHL returns after the All-Star break, and the Sens continue their bye. The Oilers in town Saturday. Sports at 15.
City News Time 401. Traffic and weather together on the ones. Jamie Montgomery.
Good afternoon. Take a look at the roads right now. We've got delays westbound on the Queensway from Nicholas to Bronson, then again Kirkwood to Pinecrest. Eastbound on the Queensway from Carling to Rochester. We have eastbound delays on the 174 from Blair to Sean Dark. Northbound Island Park looking busy right now, approaching the Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway. We have eastbound Hunt Club delays at Prince of Wales. And construction to be aware of, Carling between Broadview and Maitland will have lane reductions for construction. At Speedy Glass, for a limited time, get a $25 gas gift card when you replace your windshield. Book your appointment at speedyglass.ca. Certain conditions apply. With the forecast for Ottawa and the Valley, here's weather specialist Denise Andriacci.
Clear conditions this evening and overnight, but we have the clouds building in for Tuesday with some snow in the forecast. It's not going to be a stormy day tomorrow, but a bit unsettled at times, a few centimeters expected. Maybe a bit of mixing as well. Temperatures right around 0 for Tuesday. Highs near +4 for Wednesday. Sun and cloud in the forecast. Overnight tonight, -13.
Right now, clear sky, lots of sunshine, and -5 in Ottawa. It's -6 in Smiths Falls. City News Time 402. Breaking news on health care, and we are getting new details of the offer the federal government plans to put forward to the premiers at tomorrow's working meeting to land a new health care funding agreement. City News Parliament Hill reporter Cormac McSweeney joins us with the latest details.
The deal on the table is for 10 years and is really 2 separate agreements. The first is a more general increase to the Canada Health Transfer, and the second will be for those separate bilateral deals with each province. Premiers have been pushing for the feds to increase their share of health spending from 22 to 35%, although the feds dispute the figures. Now, I don't have the exact dollar figures for each offer, but a senior government official tells me there will be conditions for new cash, including ensuring the money is spent on the public health system and not for provinces to expand private health care. It's something Angela Priocannon with the Nurses Union of Ontario has been calling for.
To ensure that funding goes towards increased staffing, improving patient care, and not padding corporate pockets.
I'm also told there will be discussions at the table around a new national licensing system for doctors and nurses and streamlining